everybody, this is Lance Danger here, and yes, this is the recap of 100 Days of Making Comics, Volume 4, El Cuatro. It's been a few weeks now since the challenge ended, and I just kind of want to get some things out there before I go into the nitty-gritty of it all. First off, as I have been saying online, if you follow me either on Facebook or on any other platform really, though Facebook is the main one I use, and in the Hundreds group on Facebook as well, which is the Hundreds, if you want to check that out. I've been having quite a bit of problems, technological problems, ever since the Windows 10 update. And at first I was kind of working around it. And for the most part, I was able to get some videos uploaded in that time. But things started to pretty much turn to crap again. So I had to bite the bullet and get some new stuff for my laptop and my PC, mainly new Wi-Fi cards, so to be able to stay online consistently, to be able to upload stuff, download stuff, and just overall do work, because a lot of my work revolves around doing stuff online. So that was very hectic, and also the iPhone has been giving problems as well. So it was just like a technological battle of the Matrix proportions, really, what I've been having the past couple of months. But that did not deter me from drawing. And another thing is also finals is kicking in at school as well, and I had to do quite a few more projects than anticipated for school. So there was that also. And right now I'm smack in the middle of finals. Next week is the final week. Hopefully after this and winter class and the spring semester, I graduate from the school I'm in. I'll see where the wind takes me from there. I have a pretty good idea. I'll make the announcements when it's time to make announcements, but for now I'm going to hold a couple of things close to my chest for now and be the international man of mystery that I am. Yes, I'm more well rested than usual, which is why I sound a bit more energetic than in my latest videos anyway. So with that in mind, that there's been a technological war between me and technology, or where are my manners, between technology and myself, my grammar. And of course school was getting in the way as well, a lot of projects. I did not stop drawing my comics, like that went on. I guess sometimes at the end of the day I was too tired to even like take a picture and upload it. Like some of the artwork I uploaded it up to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and all that good stuff. Others I just didn't really have the will to show, because it's like sometimes I would actually really fall asleep with the phone in my hand. So yeah, it's been one of those semesters. So okay, some of these you've already seen, like this one I've already shown off. This is going to be part of a promo. This is the remake of the cover for the original prologue of Warlord. I'm planning on doing like a 10th anniversary redrawing of those covers from book 1. I'm a little late on these. Again, this year has been unexpectedly hectic, but hopefully like they're pretty much scanned in anyway, so I'll start on these very soon. This is another promo illo for the following story arc that begins in chapter 23 of The Mighty Warlord. This is one of the pages from chapter 22, from the final pages. Let me just check that out real quick, just double check. Let's put some background music here. Yeah, the Something Rotten soundtrack for that Broadway show, Something Rotten. That was actually a very good show. I saw it on Friday. It's closing on January 1st, and it was, yes, an amazing show. One of the funniest shows I've ever seen. This show actually made me cry of laughter. It's the first Broadway show that's actually made me cry of laughter, so that's pretty cool right there. And by the way, if you're noticing the image a little crisper right now, it's mostly because this is the new camera I talked about a couple of months ago that we got. So yeah, this is page 11 of chapter 22, and I am so happy I finally freaking finished the artwork for this chapter. Like, some of the first 2 pages I believe I already showed, but the rest is all new that you have not seen yet. Before I move on, I actually really like the inking on this page for some reason, especially in the first panel. It's taken me years to finally finish this chapter and this storyline in Warlord because of many different things you guys already know happened. This is another one of my more favorite pages, mostly because of that second panel and the last panel as well. And I believe, like, from the previous page, it's already pages that I have not shown just yet on video or even Instagram. I believe some of them I haven't shown. As you may notice, anyone that's been following my artwork for a long time now, I'm kind of going back to my roots in a way and going more to my original style in a sense. Before, if you're reading chapter 22 of Warlord, and I gotta warn you, these pages right now are going to be spoilers, so spoiler alert. And let me just put this one back here because I have to say that out of the entire book 1 and 2 of Warlord, this is probably one of my most favorite pages, not so much because of the art, but because of the scene itself. It's probably one of the nicest scenes in the whole story, and it kind of brings a lot of closure to a lot of things that has happened in the book. There's more of Berserk Warlord there. And Fred is back to normal. Finally. I am so happy I finally finished this chapter. I can't wait to upload it. Fred's apartments, of course. And something afoul is afoot. And a cliffhanger ending that will lead into the last storyline of book 2. And of course, this is for chapter 23. The odd thing is I can't find the chapter cover for chapter 23. And a quick thing about that, another thing that has prevented me from doing videos and such is that we've got brand new bookshelves here, and we've been kind of moving things around, and I seem to have misplaced it. I've been looking for it all day. I'll probably find it when I'm looking for something else, because that's pretty much how the law of the universe works. When you can't find something, look for something else, and the original thing you were looking for usually pops up. So this is the title page for chapter 23, and of course page 1 of chapter 23. And something I had mentioned in one of my previous hundreds videos is that I was going to do a brand new season 6 of Nevermind, my autobio web strip, And here it is. I have all 12 strips are completely illustrated. I just have to scan these bad boys so I can letter them. So here's the very first look at the new Nevermind. Again, this is more of a comic strip style, so it's not as detailed as my other work. And Nevermind was always more experimental in nature as well. So this is where I just kind of cut loose and color outside the lines, if you will. This strip in particular is one of my favorite ones, probably of all the Nevermind strips I've done. And then there's this one. This strip in particular is actually going to be a tribute to Scott Weiland, who passed away a year ago now, which is very surreal to me. He was one of my all-time favorite frontman, songwriter. He inspired me to write songs as well. I used to draw and play video games so much to Stone Temple Pilots and his solo album 12 Bar Blues, which I think is very underrated. It's very experimental and very different from what he did on Stone Temple Pilots, and of course Velvet Revolver. But on its own, it's pretty good. It has some pretty good tunes in that album. Of course, it sounds like he's on crack all the time during that whole album. You almost get high just by listening to that album, but it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Here's some more stuff that's happened. This strip is actually chronicling my misfortune of the past 2 Octobers now. Last year, getting a fracture on my right hand, and this year, fracturing my ring finger. And this is the final strip of season 6 of Nevermind. I call it seasons. It's really just, you could call it issue or episode, however you like. I just kind of like the whole season aspect of it, especially since I don't do this like continually. I do this like every other year and in bunches of 12, so it's almost more episodic in a television sense than it is a comic or web comic or web strip. So that's pretty much it on the art side of the 100 Days of Making Comics. I also did quite a bit of writing as well and concept art. Some of that stuff I already shared, and let me just kind of put this here. So yeah, I'm really not going to show the other stuff that I've been working on, because in many ways it's kind of like a hush-hush thing as well that's going to be spread out throughout 2017. And it's been a very productive, one of the most productive years I've had artistically. I'm extremely excited and grateful that I was able to finish many projects this year. I'm excited that finally chapter 22 of Warlord, I finished the artwork, and that will be uploading in January. Yes, all these projects, I was thinking about updating them this month before the year ended, but I kind of want to take the slow and steady approach and not rush things out, so that I won't burn myself out from doing all this. If anything I've learned from the hundreds videos that I've been doing since a year and a half ago maybe, is that sometimes I burn myself out pretty quickly by trying too hard, I guess. And sometimes you have to kind of take a step back and breathe. And that's kind of what I've been doing these past couple of weeks after the 100 days challenge ended. I have not been drawing every single day or writing every single day. I've been kind of taking breathers, especially for doing school stuff. So when the next 100 challenge begins, yes, I'm going to do a 5th challenge, and there's the extra motivation that's going to be part of the 100th anthology. Yes, many of the creators that have taken part in the 100 days of making comics challenge, we're all going to band together and do a 100 days of comics anthology where we will be participating in 6-page shorts, and there's going to be more information on that on the Facebook page. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description bar below. So starting in January 1st, I'm going to start day 1 of 100 days of making comics volume 5. Yes, I am that crazy or passionate or whatever you want to call it. Hopefully I'll be able to schedule things a little better. During that time, I'm not going to be at school just yet until like February. So at the very least, that first month I'll have that kind of buffer to do the 100 videos and not worry too much about school and whatnot. And the schedule for school will be lighter too during the winter session, so hopefully it'll allow me to interact more with these videos. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off here for now. Thank you guys for watching. It's been an incredible ride. It's been another productive 100 days challenge, another challenge, another flawless victory. Thank you all, and keep on creating, all of you who are out there. And if you're not on the creative end and you're just kind of watching this for the fun of it, what's wrong with you? No, seriously though, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate the views and comments and whatnot. I hope you all have a happy new year when it comes by. Happy Christmas, goodwill to all men and women and children and the animals and all that good stuff. Thank you, and until the next challenge, stay tuned.
Seriously? Why not? Because it's a musical, and nothing's as amazing as a musical, with song and dance, with sweet romance.